Google Workspace Gemini controls, how to turn AI off without breaking docs. Explain the new and current Google Workspace Gemini control surface in plain English. Show teams how to disable or limit Gemini features without breaking document workflows, and turn a consumer annoyance story into an operator-level governance checklist. The reason this topic matters is not only that some users find Gemini prompts distracting. It matters because Google Docs is becoming more AI native, and that changes the default behavior of one of the most common work surfaces in the world. If your team writes, edits, approves, and collaborates in Workspace all day, then controlling where AI shows up is now part of normal workflow design. Google's current help documentation is more explicit than many people realize. The June 15 admin help page says administrators can enable or disable Gemini features in the side panel per service, including Docs and the broader Drive family, Gmail, Meet, Chat, and Workspace Studio. The default is on. The key path is Admin Console, then Generative AI, then Gemini for Workspace, then Feature Access, and then on or off for the service you want to govern. The most important nuance in Google's help page is that turning Gemini off in one app does not always mean that app's data becomes unreachable everywhere. Google says a user in Gmail can still ask Gemini about a Drive file even if Gemini is turned off for Drive. The help page also says users need smart features and personalization enabled to access Gemini in Workspace services. That means the practical control surface is not one magic switch. It is a stack: per-service access, smart features, and cross-app data behavior. Google's April 22 Workspace Updates post makes the direction clear. Google says Docs is evolving from a traditional word processor into a collaborator that understands your organization's context. It highlighted a new bottom bar, side panel edits, and context-aware drafting based on Drive, Gmail, Chat, and the web. In other words, the product direction is more AI, not less. That makes governance more important, because the defaults are moving toward deeper AI involvement in everyday writing. Here is the clean playbook. First, decide which Workspace apps actually benefit from Gemini for your team. Second, turn off Gemini in the services where it creates more noise than value. Third, review smart features and personalization settings so users understand what still powers AI behavior. Fourth, test the new setup with one department before rolling it across the company. That is the difference between AI adoption and AI clutter. A legal or compliance team may want Gemini off inside shared docs but still allow it in Gmail summaries. A sales enablement team may want Gemini on for first draft proposals but off in final approval docs. A solo operator building an AI-assisted planning workflow, like Howard's Side Hustle Command Center, should test where AI helps and where manual review still needs to stay in charge. Disclosure: that is Howard's ETSE product. It is an educational workflow tool, not financial advice and not an income promise. Howard's Side Hustle Command Center is one example of why AI workflow controls matter. Disclosure: this is Howard's ETSE product. It is an educational planning tool, not financial advice, and not an income guarantee. My judgment is that the mature AI workflow move is not blindly turning Gemini on everywhere or angrily disabling everything. It is governing the default. Google is clearly pushing Docs and Workspace toward deeper AI collaboration, so teams need a deliberate rule for where AI assists, where it stays out, and where humans still approve. If your team uses Workspace every day, would you rather default Gemini on and govern exceptions, or default it off and re-enable it only where the workflow value is obvious? Create a polished whiteboard-style explainer with a calm lead narrator and brief skeptical analyst pivots. Use Google Help source cards, admin control diagrams, Docs side panel visuals, permission boards, and workflow checklists. Keep visual changes every 3 to 5 seconds. Make the difference between per-service controls, smart features, and cross-app data access obvious. Avoid fake admin screenshots or fake user chats presented as real evidence. 1 June 15, 2026, Google Admin Help Page last updated date. 2 April 22, 2026, Google Docs Gemini Update Post Date. 3 July 15, 2026, Promotional Limit Window Date mentioned in Google's Docs Update. 448 of 60, Total Topic Score. 5.4 Workflow Steps, Map App Use, Limit Access, Review Smart Features, Test 1 Group. 6.1 Central Warning, often one app does not always mean the data is unreachable elsewhere. 1 Page Summary 2. Links mentioned 3. Key Terms explained 4. Practical examples 5. Watch list and risks educational content only. Not financial advice. Number Google Workspace, number Google Docs, number Gemini, number AI Workflow, number Cognitive Capital.